Delaney Mes is a freelance food and travel writer and event coordinator currently based in Tamaki. She writes recipes for the Herald on Sunday, does restaurant judging for Metro magazine, as well as creating food for events. Kia ora, nau mai hoki.
Kia ora.
Oh, so good to see you again.
You too, thanks for having me.
Oh, pai ana ki au, nā te mau kei konei ngā kai katoa. You have so many ingredients that I love and you're going to bring them all together. How are we going to do that today?
So we're going to make a pea pasta. It's a really easy meal, but we make it a really delicious meal with lemon and fresh mint.
Engari kare kore ka reka, and no doubt it'll be delicious. And what about over here? Is this dessert?
Yes, we're going to roast some stone fruit for dessert. So I've chosen nectarines and we're roasting them with cardamom and pistachio.
Ahakoa hei tihe pounamu. So with a few small ingredients, we can make magic.
Absolutely.
I believe. Okay, now reira me aha te tuatahi. What do we need to do first?
First we need to get the pasta on. So do you have a big pasta pot?
Aye.
Right, so I'll fill this up with water.
Me tuku tote ki roto, so we need to put some salt in there?
Yes. So my friend always says, you want to make it taste like the Mediterranean.
Anone ko te moana. It's like the sea in here. We whai taupuki ne, so we need to put a lid on it.
And wait for that to boil.
That part was really hard.
I like simple but impressive. So sometimes like a little twist that will make a dish, you know, a little bit different, whether it's a fresh herb or a nut, which we're sort of seeing today. We can probably crush the garlic.
Right. Ka mataku rā nei, kai mahi o ngā whare kai ka tai atu ana koe. When you get to a restaurant, are people scared? Like,
No.
They might be, you know.
I think I'm still quite anonymous sometimes, but no.
I don't
They
know.
should be.
Yeah. Me mataku ka tika, yeah, it's like, yeah, she's going to give them a review.
I was a waitress for a really long time, and so I just love going out for dinner, and I'm really big on good service.
Right.
Because sometimes you want to go out for dinner to eat things that you would never cook at home, but sometimes you just want, you know, home comforts too.
Te wai mari, and the lucky thing is that you get to go to all of them for your work.
Sometimes, yeah, I do.
Well, hu te wai, that's all ready, isn't it?
Yes, so we're ready to cook our pasta?
Right. How te momo, so we've got fettuccine today, have we?
Yes, and you can use any kind of pasta, whatever you like. It's a really forgiving sauce.
So it's very much a sauce, it's quite a runny sauce.
It won't be runny, it thickens up and will stick to the pasta. The other good thing about this one is that it uses as few dishes as possible because I hate dishes. So,
You and me, no.
so we're using 2 cheeses in this one. Parmesan, which you might be familiar with, and pecorino, which is a little bit
Fancy.
yeah, less available. It's made out of sheep's milk, and so it's got a really salty, kind of tart flavour, and it just adds a depth to this dish that you wouldn't get with just sort of plain cheese. So
Engari kei te hoko maha tonu, so that's still at the supermarket.
yeah, usually most supermarkets. So I'm going to use butter and oil.
Ka reo te whakahe, I'm definitely not, I've got no problems with that at all, but why do you do that? Te pata me te hinu, butter and oil?
Oil helps create the moisture on the bottom of the pan so that it doesn't stick, and butter gives it a bit of flavour. So I always like doing both. Okay, so to the pan I'm going to add the garlic, your beautifully crushed garlic. We're going to add the peas. Oh, you can
I roto te pauaka tio ne, so you had them in the freezer and then you just had them out for a while. Were they totally defrosted?
So you can leave them out for a little while to defrost a tiny bit, or you can just rinse them under cold water and that'll take the icy bits away, and then they're good to go. So a bit of sea salt and a bit of pepper.
Kua rahi tēnei auha, this is enough?
Yep, that's looking great. But I'm also going to mash some of the peas.
Oh, yes.
And that helps stick to the sauce when we add the liquid.
Koina te korero te wā, ne, that's what they're saying. Everything's smashed peas.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like too mushy, it's smashed. Oh, no, mushy even.
Mushy peas?
Me aro kia, that amazes me that mushy peas would be something you write on a menu.
I know.
Pea te rimurapa nei. And what are our signs that the pasta's ready? Mai te...
It's usually firm to bite. I'd say it'd be about 1 minute away.
Koina te tikanga o te al dente, ne? So that's what al dente actually means, isn't it? Firm to bite.
Firm to bite, that's right. So a little bit of lemon zest.
Koina tētahi o ngā rautaki e korero te e koe, ne? That was one of those sort of upgrading techniques you talked about, just by putting the zest in so you can see it, and the lemon juice.
Just a little twist.
Just takes the dish ki taumata ke up a level.
So we're going to add a little bit of stock. I'm using vegetable stock, but you can use whatever you've got. About 1/4 cup. And the same for cream. So the cream just makes it a little bit luscious.
Hūnene, a little bit luscious. Oh yeah.
And then we can add the cheese.
Now momo e rua, the two different types.
Yeah, so Parmesan, decent amount of cheese.
Yes. Not
going
going to fight it.
And then we're going to stir that together and then increase the heat, which will thicken the sauce.
The heat brings everything together, right?
That's right. And meanwhile, we can drain our pasta.
Me ope ope ki te waimakariri ne, so we're going to rinse it with cold water too?
Yep, we'll rinse it just to check it separates. Okay. So that sauce is thick, pasta's looking good. Now we're going to just mix it all up, make sure it gets covered. This will work with short pasta too, so bows or penne or anything really.
Nā reira, ka ahatia ngā rau hioi nei, so what do you want done with the mint leaves?
So we're going to finely chop those and then they're going to get stirred through and they add that extra 10% of magic.
Pai hoki te kakara, and it's an amazing smell. And I te hioi e hoa, so here's
Straight
the
in,
mint.
yes.
Yum, yum. Nā, koe rite ke, are we nearly ready to
We're ready to go.
I love that. How do we then serve this up?
I think the easiest way is to individually serve it into bowls and then we can garnish it. So extra cracked pepper, we can do a little bit more fresh mint, maybe a little bit more parmesan. You can do a drizzle of good olive oil if you've got some.
He rau e tēnei hanumitanga. This is just a combo. They all want to work together, don't they? They're just perfect. If I do say so myself, the pasta's perfectly cooked.
That's great.
Ngā tihi e rua and the two different types of cheeses, it really just makes it like it's got a nice sort of texture to it. So that's a filling part, isn't it, too?
Yeah, just adds a little bit of depth.
And what's our special dessert? Simple yet impressive dessert?
Today we're making roasted stone fruit with cardamom and pistachio.
So what do we need? How he?
We need a baking dish
Anna.
first, and we've got the oven preheating. Perfect. And then a bit of baking paper if you want to, help save on dishes.
Yes, I do.
So we need to cut the fruit in half.
Ka tūtaki.
Twist. Perfect.
Well, it's not out yet, really.
Put them in the baking dish.
Hea e tahi atu huaraka ka pai mo tēnei kai. What other fruit could we use?
You could use peaches when they're in season. Plums are really good as well, so any stone fruit that you like. I'm going to get you to chop the pistachios. I'm going to mix together the brown sugar and the cardamom.
Ia koe tuhi ana I ngā tohu tau. So when you're writing your recipes, what are you thinking of?
I like to keep my recipes accessible, so you know, often family friendly. So thinking about ingredients that people can get all over the country.
Because you're a travel writer as well, then that's handy, isn't it?
It is really handy. So usually when I get back from a trip, I'm always really inspired with my cooking, so that really helps. So I'm going to sprinkle the sugar, a little bit of sugar over each nectarine.
Ka pai kei te tuku au I ene kanokiranga?
So most of that we'll sprinkle over. Beautiful.
Ah, if any went missing, it wasn't me eating it, honestly. It looks good.
And then we just want a bit of water in the tray so that the sugar doesn't burn and that helps the cooking. So I'm just going to pour a little bit over.
I love it. Me tatari mo te rua te minutes, so we're waiting for 20 minutes?
About 20 to 25.
So we can clean this up.
Yes.
But you're some kind of genius. I love that. Mama, reka te ahua. Easy and looks amazing. Ti tiro ki te ahua tēnā, that looks delicious. Paka paka ki runga, nice and crunchy on top. How do you want to serve this up? Because I could, you know, kei te pai ki au, I could just grab it now and just stick it in my face.
Well, you could put that, you know, straight on your table, but we're going to serve them with a little bit of natural yogurt, some extra crushed pistachios, and a little bit of fresh mint just for that extra zhuzh again, which is optional, but does add another flavour element.
He kai mate mata, that looks so amazing. So simple.
So easy.
I need this in my house. Iapo, every night. So we've got to get in there, that mint.
No problem.
Kia nei ka rite tonu taku whakamahi I ēnei tohu tau. I think I'll be using these recipes pretty often.
Very good.
Yeah, they'll go, oh, Mama, I
That's
see
what I
what
like
you've
to
done here. And it's almost like having Delaney in our kitchen.
Oh, great.
Ngā mihi nui e hoa, apart from, I'll go to your food blog as well.
Yeah, perfect.
And the paper. Thank you, you're everywhere.